fucking, you're not like, what an ungrateful, like, what do you think is
Well,
gonna happen? I'm so tired of these fucking celebrities and like the bullshit on that. God, you got me going on that
according to
bullshit.
Dorit,
You put yourself online. I am so tired of this. You know who the other person is? You don't follow TikTokers, but there's this Michaela. She's like this makeup by Michaela. She's very famous. Nagaro, I think is her last name. She is making a fortune off revealing, and may he get sober, her husband in rehab. And then she has the audacity to come on and go, I just want you to know if anybody is reposting this and making money off my husband being in rehab, you're a bad fucking person and all this stuff. It's like, Michaela, eat a dick.
your
You are
dick.
making so much money and you're trying to control the narrative. And you've been on social media. You know this game. I am so tired of these. This is like a new trend of these Gen Zers and sensitive people where they want to put their lives online, but you're not allowed to repost their videos or talk about their life. Eat dicks to Morgan and Michaela. What a bunch of, but they can make money. But of course, Morgan can get all the money and the tickets and the promotion. And, Kyle sits there and tries to defend her. Well, she would have, she's like a great musician. She would have got that. No one knew who she was. No one gave a rip from her. She was performing at the LA County Fair. She was the same person I feel like I saw last summer out there. Nothing wrong with the LA County Fair. They get some good people. And I love the
Mhm.
fair. And Bronwyn was a toucan. I saw her on a bird stick out there. But nobody gave a rip. She was performing at a little hoedown, and then she's used Kyle, and then she doesn't want to be talked about. I'm so tired of these. I'm actually going to go on a rant, I think, online about both Morgan, Kyle, and this Michaela, who then she had the audacity, Michaela, the makeup woman on TikTok, to do a get ready with me while I go visit my husband in rehab. But don't talk about him being in rehab. Oh, you are the most money hungry, grubbing businesswoman full of shit. You kept his. Oh, I'm so done with her. And this is the second thing she's done. She had an eyelash gate where she faked eyelashes to sell more mascara and has never cleared that up. She's the biggest money grabbing hoe. And Morgan is the biggest, contradiction. We know they're together, and all those women are so, I think, beyond gracious to Kyle because of who Kyle is, and they really won't blast her. But I'll tell you right now, I'll throw my hat in the ring for RHOBH. I'm looking for a house in Burbank. Is it going to be like Kyle's? No. But I would roast her ass, and I don't give a fuck if I'm not invited to a party. I mean, enough is enough. Those women are so good to her when Morgan is completely benefiting off of the backs of all those women. Fuck you.
And yet they say that I'm too hard on Teresa, the animal who owes $3 million in taxes, has already been in fucking jail. Louis on TikTok doing God knows what. They say a scam. I'm not saying
I want to
that.
sign up for his program just to see
And
what it's worth.
go right ahead and take your fucking credit cards and cut them up because they might be charged through the roof the
He
next
said he's
minute.
going to make me money, though. He helps me find TikTok partnerships. I'm going to sign up,
I
actually.
was just gonna say, you know what? Actually, scratch that. I would love it if you would sign up. Because I
I'll try.
mean, I would love inside. So you might have to wear the same sunglasses you're gonna wear to go to something about her. Because if Louis recognizes you're associated with me, they might know you're up to sniffing and snaffing. I went and took one for the team and sniffed out Morgan at the concert. Very lovely lady. You really just slammed her. You're not a fan here of Morgan, apparently. But
No, when people show up at their homes, go through their trash, I feel that you have the right to go, okay, enough's enough. I give a lot of my life. And, Kyle's girls are grown. So this whole thing, I don't want to hurt my daughters. I don't want to hurt. They ain't eight. Okay. I mean, that is, Dorit's got a whole nother level of children that she has to try to protect who are already probably way too exposed to the world. I am so tired of this. The internet is not new. Reality TV is not new. You know the price you are going to pay. Don't pay it. But they all want the money. They want the fame. They want the photographs. Morgan wants the ticket sales. But then she wants, don't mention my name. I mean, is that not crazy?
yeah, it's a little crazy. You call it a Gen Z sensitivity. I call it a fucking soapbox. Because you know what I'm gonna do? Because you know what I do these days? I'm going to walk around and I have a right foot. And you know what? When no one's looking, I kick that soapbox with my right foot and the person falls to the ground on their asshole. So when I see you on your soapbox, I'm going to kick it out from under you. Your feet are going to fly up in the air and you're going to land right on your goddamn ass. It's going to hurt. Going to probably break your tailbone. You're going to go off to the hospital. God, we are both riled up
So
here
tired
today.
of it. I swear, I'm so tired of it. And, my husband and I have this debate because I'm like, I feel like my son can make a fortune having a YouTube channel. But it's like
Hmm.
we go back and forth. Like, do you want to pay that price for money? Do you want to pay that price? Because that's what you're going to pay. Maybe he'll be fine. Maybe he'll be fine. Or maybe he'll be a complete child burnout. Like, are you willing to roll that dice for
Well,
and that is such, and then, of course, like, and then I'd come on like, oh, don't talk about my son, even though I'm making millions of dollars. I mean, give me a break. I can't believe they don't you think they ought to roast Kyle's ass?
well, I just had the
And good for
wonderful.
Andy for putting it to her. You're in a video making out with her and you don't want commentary? Because I don't think he went hard enough. I was with Erica Jane's face, or EJ's like, yeah.
Well, according to Dorit, we made her Morgan a household name. No one knew who she was, so I guess you and Dorit do agree.
I couldn't agree more with Dorit. I actually couldn't agree more. Dorit's the only one that will kind of hold her feet to the fire.
She slammed Morgan Wade, and now you're slamming Morgan Wade. You both, you have issues with Morgan.
Well, and Kyle, get off the show. And if this is the love of your life, but of course not. They want the money, they want the fame, they want the attention on Amazon Live, they want all the tickets to Morgan. But they just want to, like, they've realized, I think, that you can't record what you don't say. So they are just playing the game. And you know what? It's totally in Bravo's court. And I think they've got Kyle and Morgan have Bravo by the balls because what are they going to do? Fire Kyle?
Nope, they're not.
No. There you go. So
They
I think
were going to
Kyle,
fire Dorit. Dorit was getting fired if she didn't talk about PK. It's very simple. Dorit is the new Dorit because she was told you either talk about PK or you're fired. It was two things. This is what's
and,
happening in your
and
life. She
choice.
didn't make it up. This was actually happening. Dorit wanted to come back and talk about the reinvention of Beverly Beach and Jagger's coloring book at school. That's what she wanted to talk about. They were like, you're having marriage problems. Now, we didn't make these marriage problems. You're not faking it, but either you talk about it or you're off the show. And Dorit said, fuck BK. He's an alcoholic. He's a bad father. He's a monster. And where do I sign up? And now we have a Dorit that sits there and says, where is the sniveling, sniving woman with the beady eyes like the rat that scurries? Where is she? Because you're sitting up here, Sutton, on this stage, and all of a sudden you're afraid when you're facing us. Where is she? Because we've seen her all season. And then at the end, Sutton's like, who do I pay, honey? And then Dorit says, there she is. Welcome to the reunion, Sutton. There's the Sutton we all know and love, ladies and gentlemen. The bitch has entered the building. So Dorit really, she doesn't care. I also love Dorit. I love Sutton. I don't mind Dorit.
Well, there's my. I
I
like
got my
Sutton.
eye on that Bose though. I'm not sure about
I like my
Bose.
bows. I like everybody, but I think it's time for Kyle to leave. I don't think Kyle wants to be there. I actually think the show. I think you're keeping her one more season of what? I mean, I think we're gonna have one more. It's getting to be Candy's amazing, so I don't want to compare it to that. But it's like it's time. It's time. She doesn't. I- You know,
Well, I have a
she and Morgan
major.
have a very strategic way, and but I think we're gonna keep her because we get Kathy. We get access to Kath, who's epic and rich, and Kathy is Kathy, and
I was gonna say I have news for you. Major RHOBH shocker. Major T. You say I do have stuff I'm saving for the live show. Kyle will be back next season, Sarah. So there's
I
your.
love Kathy, and I know Kathy listens to the podcast. Like Kathy is very in tune to what's happening. I'm sure Kathy will not be happy about this rant, but
It's
I,
okay.
well, I love Kath, but I feel like they are too nice. Like it is ridiculous on that show. It's ridiculous. They have tons of money, but you can't buy publicity like what Morgan is getting. You can't. So
Look,
I
I've
know you
never
won't
heard
make
of
that
her
work.
in my life. I know people say her music, this, that, the other, that's fine, but this is a national platform, and I agree. I agree. I mean, I agree with Dorit. This show made her a household name, and it is what it is. She's benefited, and the music is, yes, you could say your music is wonderful and you're serious about it. The bottom line is, if people aren't listening, what's the point? Like I said, I ain't sitting
Her
here,
show
Sarah.
sold out when you went there because you went to New York City, right? Was it sold out?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that now. Little Misses over there. I don't know about no sold out show in New York. I don't know about that, Little Misses. But I kept a low profile at that one. I looked down, I didn't look her in the eye. I'm like, just give me my picture, girl, so I can
Get out
report
of
back to the Kira. I'm like, I don't want to cause, there was lots of ladies there that like ladies, if you know what I
Well,
mean.
sure, I've gone to Indigo Girls concerts
You
and
know what I'm saying,
well,
girl.
I don't think I've been to another.
So, as a gay boy, I was like, girl, David, you better pull it together, butch it up. Don't stand out. Oh, don't put a Kyle Richards target on your back. They see a gay boy, they're like, oh, that one's here because of RHOBH. I'm like, just keep your head down, Yontef. Keep to yourself. Don't call. Just stare at the camera when they want to take your picture with Morgan and observe. When someone's like Kyle in the corner, open your ears, David, so you could talk about it on the podcast. But I don't know about a sold out show, Sarah. I don't know about that one, honey. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, there you have it. All
I'm
right.
sorry for your rant. Sorry you're upset.
Curious if other people feel the same way that I do, or maybe people aren't as bothered by it as I am.
No, I think you might be in people I think feel just how you feel. I don't think Kyle's got a lot of people lining up over here that are fans. I'll be honest. I think people are very happy with your rant here today.